not Freddie the freeloader, but I have 3 of Red's skeletons, lithographs, hanging in my living room. So this will add to them. And we've been going through a lot of stuff the last 3 or 4 months. Some of my girls are here. Shannon is here, Virginia, Sherry, a couple of the others had to work, so they couldn't be here. But my house has never been so clean. Every cupboard has been cleaned out, and we're still cleaning out. So,
if you could throw some things away.
I became a pack rat, but you know, just knowing who's here and some of my friends, the table over here, Pam and I have been friends since before we walked. Our mothers were friends, so we've been friends in the same grade and stuff all through the years. And Rosen and Tim and Judy and Sam, we all went to school together. And it's 50-some years later, and we're still just as close as we were when we went to Rosen. And I started first grade, and so did Pam and Tim. Judy came along when she was a little older because she lived on the wrong side of town, you know. But I said you lived on the wrong side of town. Both her and Sam lived on the south side, and we were on the north side. But we've all been friends. And fortunately, I did get interviewed by the Tribune before this all started, so it brought back some thoughts. You wanted to know, you know, well, how this all came about and what we started doing. And yeah, we didn't start from anything. I remember meeting, you know, with Bill in the city when we first wanted to get going, and Bill was city planner then. It's like, we'll help you, we'll support you in any way, but no, we don't have any money, and we can't do this, we can't do that, but we'll support you. So you find the money and we'll do it. And that's basically what we did when we started out in the beginning, bringing everybody together. And you know, we want you, but we also want your money, we want your buses. And when that started happening, I actually have worked longer than 25 years because I spent good, you know, being on the board. And then when they did hire me, I wasn't supposed to be the director. We had an interview committee that interviewed everybody, and they said, we don't like them. You just come on temporary and get this started for us, and then we'll go from there. Well, it's taken 25 years, and I guess I never knew if I was full-time or what. But I was here. And yes, I am a very determined person when I get that way. And my voice is like this normally, so this isn't different. But we were able to get the funding, we were able to bring everybody together, and we started with our paratransit because we had a grant from the Developmental Disabilities Council, and that was restricted, that we had to go to the disabled. So for the beginning, that's how we started out. As we were able to get other funding, we were able to get the federal funding. We worked on getting the state funding. I worked hard on that in the beginning because there was nothing and people were, you know, asking for it. We had to go to a mill levy for the city money. And I can remember Bill Sorensen telling me after the election, we were at the party, and he said, I didn't believe it, but you did it 3-2 in every precinct in Bismarck. And Mandan decided to go to election. They didn't have to, but they did, and we won over there. And they said, I guess you knew what you're talking about. We do need this as a service. And so from there we got our city funding, and we've gotten some increases since then. And property's gone up, the money's gone up, so that has helped. We brought in the bus depot when we started to want to build this building. And like Gary said, he didn't want to be here with me, but he knew better. He was coming. I've always said it was the easiest grant that we could get. I ended up calling to Senator Dorgan's office, and I said, you know, how do I go about getting this money to build a building? Well, just write us a one-page letter and tell us what you want. So I did. What did we get? Like $2 million something in a grant. And it was the easiest one we ever did. That, you know, the money was there. Since then, we've added on 2 new garages to it to accommodate the vehicles that we have. And, you know, every 5 years we have to have a study grant. And at first they said, no, you're not big enough. You don't have enough people. People aren't going to ride. And finally, it was in the late 80s when they said, yep, it's about time. So now you can start planning for something else. We can get the CAT going. And so we were able to do that. And I think we've all, you know, I didn't know anything about transportation. When I started, we ran vans at Pride. That's where I had been working, and that's about all I knew. I'd never ridden a bus in my life, let alone, you know, do all this. And so I didn't do it alone. You know, Gary's been there. Yeah, he doesn't always come to work on time, but he always and he leaves early, but I just, from him when he doesn't get it out. So, you know, I've done those things over the years, but we've done a lot of traveling, we've done a lot of learning about other systems. We went all over when we wanted to build this building and see what other services had, and when we put on the CAT. And so it's been a real excitement at times. A few times we almost lost Gary, but we'd find him again after he got lost. I don't know who takes care of him now. He's got a wife around someplace, and I guess that's her job to do. But I just thank all of you for coming. I think the service is great. We get lots and lots of compliments on the building here. And it's for everybody to use. We don't just have transit, we have the TAC and the MPO meetings and a lot of the city meetings, and there's other, DCIL. I'm still the president over there, DCIL, and we have our meetings here, have until just recently, and CESN meets here. We've had other meetings, so there's been a lot of things over the years that have gone on in here, not just us being in here. We have room now to do training. We can have all our drivers in and be able to do the things that we know need to be done. And there's still a lot of work. You know, we know there's other things out there that we have to do. And I've had, terrific staff. We had some changeovers, but both, Chuck's been with me since we moved in the building out here, and he's been here taking care of it. And it's like every winter when we come to work, the snow is out of the way and the drivers, all the buses can get out and get onto the street. Fortunately, we lost Marge. She had been with us in the bus depot. Her brother Joe is here, and he's moved up from working nights to days to take her place. So it's all sort of stayed in the family. And then we were fortunate. We got Chandon, we got Kaylin, and they've both been just exceptional in doing, what they need to do and learn. A lot of stuff got pushed over on Chandon that she's had to do since I've been gone. She'll call, how do I do this? Where does this come from? And then I'll remember something in the middle of the night and call her and say, have you remembered to do this? Have you been to Gary to make sure he's paying what he's supposed to? Oh, yeah, I can do it. So we still get it done. But I really appreciate everybody coming out, and we do this. I wanted it one session. I said, I don't want people to have to come back 2 different days or whatever. Let's do it all in the beginning and get it done with. So, and that's all I have. And unless anybody has any questions about it, I'm just used to asking that. But